Good afternoon. Quezon City Police District Chief Nicolas Torre III says he has filed his resignation Wednesday as backlash hit the police after he held a press conference with a dismissed policeman who figured in a road rage case. In a phone interview with INQUIRER.net, Torres says he already submitted his resignation letter to Philippine National Police Chief General Benjamin Acorda Jr. Torres says this is to spare the PNP from any other issue that stemmed from the controversial August 27 presser with Willie Gonzalez, who was caught on video threatening a cyclist with a gun. According to Torre, his resignation should take effect on Thursday, August 31. In a radio interview early Wednesday, Torre apologized to the public, admitting that he deeply regretted holding a press conference with Gonzalez. The QCPD has filed a complaint of alarm and a scandal against Gonzalez on Tuesday. PNP spokesperson Colonel Jean Fajardo also said they plan to file more cases against the dismissed policeman as they encourage the victim or the cyclist to come forward and file a complaint. State meteorologists say Super Typhoon Goring maintained its strength as it starts to head out of the Philippine area of responsibility. The Philippine Atmospheric, Geophysical and Astronomical Services Administration expects Super Typhoon Goring to exit PAR Wednesday night or Thursday morning. Signal number 2 is currently raised over Batanes and Babuyan Islands, while signal number 1 is up in Ilocos Norte, the northern portion of Abra, Apayao, and the northern and central portion of Cagayan. In its 11 a.m. bulletin, Pag-asa says Super Typhoon Goring was last seen 125 kilometers west-southwest of Basco, Batanes. Goring carries maximum sustained winds of 195 kilometers per hour and gustiness of up to 240 kilometers per hour. President Bongbong Marcos pays tribute to late veteran broadcaster Mike Enriquez, calling him a pillar in our broadcasting industry. Enriquez died on Tuesday at the age of 71, according to GMA Network. In a post on X, Marcos extends his condolences and lauds Enriquez, whose career in journalism spanned decades. On Tuesday evening, Presidential Communications Office Secretary Cheloy Garafil also paid tribute to Enriquez, underscoring his contributions to factual reporting. In a statement, House Speaker Martin Romualdez says Philippine journalism lost a broadcasting giant and that Enriquez's death leaves a void in the industry. The National Bureau of Investigation has filed another criminal complaint against former Director of the Bureau of Corrections, General Gerald Bantag, and 6 others for the death of an inmate that maintained a social media account exposing anomalies within the penitentiary. The case was filed for the death of inmate Hegel Lapinig Samson, who died in 2020. An investigation by the NBI shows Samson died of asphyxiation due to a plastic bag placed over his head. Aside from Bantag facing a complaint for murder are Deputy Ricardo S. Zulueta, General Victor Eric L. Pascua, and 4 inmates, Rolando L. Villaver, Mark Angelo S. Lampera, Charlie S. Dacuyan, and Wendell P. Sualog. Justice Secretary Boying Remulla says the 4 inmates came forward and confessed their participation in Samson's death. The inmates were asked by Bantag about the identity of a certain Leon Bilibid who was posting alleged prison anomalies on social media and was critical of the Bucor chief. Zulueta eventually identified the man behind Leon Bilibid as Samson and ordered the inmates to eliminate him. Bantag and Zulueta remain at large since both the Las Piñas and Muntinlupa courts issued a warrant for their arrest for the death of broadcaster Percy Lapid and another inmate, June Villamor. Gilas Pilipinas bowed the sweet shooting Italians to end up winless in Group A play of the Fiba World Cup. The Philippines fell to world number 10 Italy 90-83 on Tuesday night. Gilas turned in its most cohesive outing in the global showcase, but it was not enough against an Italy side that rediscovered its lethal touch. Jordan Clarkson had 23 points, cornerstone Dwight Ramos 14, while 4 more players finished with at least 8 each in the losing stand that relegated the Gilas Pilipinas to the crossover classification round. Simone Fontecchio led the way for the Italians with 18 points. Gianpaolo Ricci chipped in 14, while Marcos Pisu and Stefano Tonut 13 each, flexing their outside shooting. The Philippines will next play the bottom 2 teams from Group B, which could either be South Sudan or regional powerhouse China. Gilas' only consolation for now is that Japan lost to Australia 109-89 in Okinawa and will also slide into the classification round, keeping the race among Asian teams vying for a Paris berth alive. Here's the latest roundup of today's top stories. Super Typhoon Goring maintains strength as it starts to move away from North Luzon. Signal number 2 still up in Batanes and Babuyan Islands. QCPD chief files his resignation as backlash hit the police for holding a press con with ex-cop who figured in a road rage case. And tributes pour in for the late veteran broadcast journalist Mike Enriquez. And these are the stories you need to know today. I'm Neil Mercado. Follow INQUIRER.net on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, and Reddit. For more stories, visit INQUIRER.net. Good afternoon.